God bless you. Such a joy to be with you as I highlight our 88th year anniversary as a ministry, Diego Martin Pentecostal Church, now known as Covenant House of Praise. What a tremendous history we have had. The church was founded by two amazing women. Their name, Ruth Pemberton and Clara Simmons. These two amazing women, Americans by birth, went to work with the POAC of Canada, the Pentecostal Assemblies of Canada, and were sent out from Canada to be missionaries here in Trinidad. They joined Reverend Jameson way back in 1924 and came into the Diego Martin Valley in 1925 when Diego Martin was just a track from Four Roads right into the community where the church now resides. Some 4 miles of walking in by foot or using the horse and carriage to transport people in and out of that beautiful valley. There, these two women fearlessly went into the Green Hill Village and started this church that is known as the Diego Martin Pentecostal Church, now the Covenant House of Praise. They stayed in that valley for well over 20 years, ministering the gospel and seeing the salvation of souls. They were able to purchase a then closed Methodist church and turning it into a wonderful edifice for the ministry of the Pentecostal assemblies to reach out from to touch the valley. In engaging themselves in the ministry there for all these many years, they were able to see a powerful church being raised up. Unselfishly, they worked with the parishioners and went out of the valley and came into the eastern and southern side of the island and pioneered well over 20 churches, too numerous for me to mention in my short discourse with you. They moved back out of the island and returned to Canada with lots of glorious testimonies, leaving intact a strong church with many converted believers for Jesus Christ at the Diego Martin congregation, and also with people across the nation of Tobago and Trinidad being touched by the power of their ministry and lives. We have had a wonderful history in pastors. To name a couple of the men of God who served there, we would like to remember Reverend A.B. Mulcahy, A.B. Mulcahy, as some people more rightly call him. And following him, Reverend John Nelson. And following Reverend John Nelson, Reverend Enoch John Baptist, followed by Reverend Amraj Mirage and Mayor Augustus Williams. These men all contributed to the development and the expansion of that church in many, many ways. The congregations are very, very grateful for their ministry, which they have shared in strengthening the church and enlarging the borders of the church, in reaching out to men and women within the neighborhood of the Diego Martin community, as well as across the nation through the witness of the local church. Yours truly came to pastor this beautiful church in 1987. God has been very kind to me in that the Lord has had me to be the longest serving pastor of that church. This year I celebrate 27 years of pastorate at the Diego Martin Pentecostal Church, now Covenant House of Praise. In these 27 years, I have enjoyed every bit of it. Yes, of course, they were very challenging years in bringing about consistency, steadfastness, and growth. And surely the church continued to grow. During my tenure there, we were able to move out from the location that we had been in, almost locked in there for all the years, until we pushed on every side of the neighborhood in buying property that we were able to take and expand the interests of the work of God, as well as developing that beautiful community. We have been able to see placed into the community through our 27 years there, a wonderful community center, a beautiful preschool and nursery, wonderful edifice there at the corner of Tadsman Road and Mason Street. We were also able to purchase properties over on the opposite side of the church, which now houses a very interesting kind of business. And above all, in the neighborhood, purchasing the gas station that was right next to the church, which we had permission from the EMA that came and took out the service station tanks and sanitized the community there from any dangerous fumes, and therefore making it ready for the erection of a beautiful community plaza, where we call a place to call home for the people of our community to come make their business. They would get there, and there are several different businesses in the plaza, as well as on that compound there is also now a training facility where we are erecting a vocational school, looking forward for the development and skills and talents of many of our young people in our community to have an interest in the development of their lives to prepare for their future. Apart from that, we have pioneered several strong churches over these 27 years. We have placed a church in Westmoreland, we have placed a church in Patna, we have placed a church in St. Joseph, a church in Tinnapuna, a church in Chaguanas, and an amazing outreach which is now so well received by the entire nation as the services are broadcast live through our city prayer outreach, heard every Thursday across the nation, and joining the nation every Wednesday and Friday in prayer. Oh, certainly, this 88 years brings us to the place to celebrate. I would like to invite you. I am going to be inviting also special guest speakers, Reverend Kevin and Palm Begley out of Toronto, Canada. Yes, we're going right back to our roots. In fact, the theme of the conference this year is Pentecost, Prophecy, and Power. Drawing strength from our roots while still shaking the tree for fruit. So we want you to come and be a part of while we shake this tree for fruit. You will experience the power of Pentecost. Services at the La Jolla, Thursday the 7th, Friday the 8th, 6:30 p.m., Saturday, 5:30 p.m., all at the La Jolla. That's the Eastern Credit Union facilities there at St. Joseph. We are looking forward to seeing you there. And then Sunday at the Covenant House of Praise in Diego Martin, we are going home. That's where we call home. We are going home for the 9 a.m. service, and in the evening time, 5 p.m. service. Looking forward to see you. God bless you.